to Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. It is a Monday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so we'll honor that.
That's right.
I would like to show you what could be the golden goose of all T-shirts. Something I've prided myself in over the years. Collecting T-shirts that may evoke a memory, may give you a giggle, may do both at once. You ready for this?
Let's see it.
You ready?
Let's see it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Joe Pesci at his Joe Pesciest.
I thought you'd like that one, Mayor. I thought you'd get a bigger kick out of that one.
I like it. I liked it. What it was, I mean, funny how. In all honesty, I've only seen Goodfellas like once. I should have seen it more, but I did enjoy it. I like Ray Liotta. I like Joe Pesci. I like, everybody likes De Niro.
Once?
What? Yeah, once. I saw it once. Hey, dude, you haven't, shut up. You haven't seen Shawshank yet. Mr. I love everything this man has ever done except the greatest movie that he was ever in. I'm just saying.
This isn't a conversation about me. This is a conversation about you.
Obviously. And I'm trying to spin it back around and turn it on you as
Dave.
per. I will spin. I got a swivel chair, man. I will spin it to win it.
So, I'm not usually very good at receiving gifts, especially thank you gifts. But before Christmas, we did a little thing at the Salty Pecker Brewing Company. Get some toys up, come and have
the what?
The Salty Pecker Brewing Company.
Okay.
They've got a whole thing going on with a woodpecker and a fun name.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, okay, got it.
And the best part about this Salty Pecker Brewing Company, they found a location in Muskegon that nobody could get anything to work at. And I mean, it's right on the corner of Seaway and Seminole. And you would think that this would be a magnet for any kind of business, right?
Right.
Business after business just flopped at this place. They could not get anything. Well, these guys have gotten something to stick, so good for them. We do a little toy thing for everyone's place just before Christmas, real low key. Come on out and have some beers, some appetizers, bring some toys.
Very cool.
And they get me a little thank you gift, of which I'm very ill-placed in taking anything until I got there. Hey, can you stop and pick it up? Okay, I'll stop and get it. You ready for this?
Oh, my God, Pee-wee!
How awesome is that?
That is very,
I told Jennifer,
very
I'm
nice.
like, I'm not one very good at getting gifts, but I'll take this one. Thank you.
Of course.
That's on par. Oh, man. Did you watch AFV last night?
Of course not. I was watching football like normal people.
It was a rerun.
Of course. And again, I the fact that you watch a show where you could get all the same stuff on YouTube, then again, I am a kind of a throwback guy, so I get the kind of nostalgia for TV, but all TV sucks now. So aside from maybe 2 or 3 shows, I mean, and when I say TV, I'm talking network. I'm not talking about the streaming services, which are awesome and have way. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you about this. It's a show I haven't watched yet, but was it you who was telling me about the Ancient Apocalypse on Netflix that I needed to check out?
Ancient Apocalypse.
I think it was, but it's, because it's about, the worlds that existed before civilizations that existed before us. I thought you had talked to me about that. It's on Netflix.
It's a documentary.
I heard this guy interview. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this yet. It's brand new.
Yeah. I thought it was rough, but I thought
Graham
you were
Hancock.
the one
I know Graham Hancock. He's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rogan just interviewed him about it like a week or so ago, and they got it was a deep dive. I'm like, God, this is, because it was right up, gets into like Atlantis and all the stuff you and I have talked about before, past civilization. So looks something.
So here's the thing. There is absolutely no way society didn't advance farther than we know, because we can look back to what they've built. And today, we don't have the technology to build some of the things that were built before history was written. We can't do it today. And it's still there as proof that something was here or technology had advanced farther than we'll ever know, it's still here on Earth. So to come to me and argue that all of a sudden cavemen turned into agriculture people,
right?
with
yeah,
absolutely,
it doesn't seem to wash.
It just doesn't wash, and it takes away no faith.
Yeah.
It takes away no belief. It takes away nothing
No,
of what
it
we know
doesn't.
today. Nothing.
Yeah,
But
exactly. No.
the fact of the matter is that those pyramids were not built by a bunch of slaves running
Right.
120-ton bricks up ramps. It just didn't happen.
No. But it's funny because remember, the experts will tell you otherwise. It's just get out. Stop, Andy. Stop.
I know.
Stop with your thinking about. Stop things rationally. Don't do that. Let us tell you how it happened.
You can't put a cigarette paper between some of the stones that were cut out of quarries that were miles away from these places. We can't do that today.
Doesn't, yes.
And they did it
right
before time was recorded. So all the experts can show.
You know what? Well, here's the thing. It's like when you're an expert, you have a lot to lose when you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because then people call it. You don't want to have your expertise called into question.
No.
And that's why this is what I've noticed about just as a societal thing in general and individually as well. People don't like to be wrong.
Oh.
There's this fear for some, and I'm very comfortable being wrong. I'm very comfortable looking at things one way and getting information and looking at it the complete opposite way, or having my viewpoint changed, or gathering in other information that maybe I wasn't aware of. Maybe it turns out to be bullshit. I don't know. But there's just this mindset that people, and it's usually in a lot of instances, it's some of the most intelligent people who just will not. It's like, no, I will not accept this. I will not accept this because I believed this before. I knew this before, and I still know it now.
Right.
And it's just you can't. It's not a good way, I think, to go through life.
I'll tell you one thing that I believe that is a consistent thing through history that we can all look at as a point of origin. And that is, if you go through the ancient writings, most of which have been dismissed as fables or myths and all that kind of stuff, almost every ancient history, predating Egypt and everything else, almost all of them talk of a catastrophic flood across the earth. All of them.
Yeah.
And so that is a very, very real piece of history, and that is probably where our amnesia began. So whoever or whatever caused the catastrophic flood of the planet, I think it's probably where our second Genesis came from.
And that's where ideas like this, like what we're talking about, you can see how it doesn't dismiss your belief system or your faith in whatever religion. I'm a Christian, but whatever your faith is, this doesn't shit on that. This doesn't dismiss it.
Not at all.
And it's you gotta be willing to look into these things, and maybe in some ways it will challenge you, but that doesn't mean it disproves what you believe internally. It doesn't. But it's another way to look at things, and it broadens your mind and broadens your experience.
There you have
positive.
It. Roll some news, entertain me, enlighten me, make it all happen.
Let's get into it. The U.S. is set to hit its debt limit this week. The nation will reach its $31.4 trillion borrowing limit on Thursday. Janet Yellen says the department will be implementing so-called extraordinary measures to manage the government's cash flow if lawmakers don't raise the debt ceiling. Yeah, look, we're as a nation, we're an 18-year-old college kid with his first credit card. It's just how it's been. The only thing that could potentially save us, I think, down the road, we'll be kicking this can down the road, hopefully for decades, if not another century. If the whole modern monetary theory is correct, and we can just keep printing money, like governments can just, that's my elementary school understanding of what modern monetary theory is, which is just that you can print money and it won't, ultimately destroy us financially. But who knows? I think it's hysterical. I mean, that I am better, as bad as I am, as bad as you are. Think back to your drunken debauchery and all your days where it was 3:00 in the morning and you were buying stuff off the home shopping network that you didn't know you bought until the package showed up 3 days later. Even you in that condition is better than what our government does spending money. So I think it's,
I don't know.
Again, this is one of the things I just kind of roll my eyes and laugh at.
I kind of congratulate myself on that $400 Matchbox car.
There you go. That was something. That's probably increased in value. There you go. Absolutely. And as you mentioned, today is MLK Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, observed annually on the third Monday in January. The day commemorates the life of the Baptist minister and slain civil rights icon. Yesterday would have been Dr. King's 94th birthday.
Wow.
So again, I go back to what I said on Friday. I mean, even if you're the most racist of all racists, I would think you'd want to take the day off. I would think. But I mean, I mean, who is that? I mean, because most racists are also lazy. So
I would say this.
I just don't get it.
Of observing today, if you find yourself off-put by an observation for anybody, keep in mind that celebrating somebody else takes nothing away from you. Ever.
No.
Ever.
No, it doesn't.
Ever.
That's a good point. That's something.
Ever.
Because there is this whole, what about, come on. Take a step back. Realize what he did. And, you can go through the stuff that he may or may not have done based on who you believe.
The question comes back, are you perfect?
Yeah. No. Exactly.
See?
There you go.
There you go.
Well said. Finally, the state of Michigan could begin distributing $81 million from a multi-state opioid settlement by the end of the month. An Ottawa County lawsuit had delayed distribution of those funds. A Wayne County judge dismissed that lawsuit on Friday. Now the funds will go to the state and presumably be distributed to areas of opioid treatment and prevention. It'd be interesting to see if funds actually go where they're supposed to. But I find this hysterical that Johnson & Johnson, they're going to pay out those funds over an 18-year period. This is pocket change to these drug companies. $81 million is pocket change. They make $90 billion. $90 billion. Why is it going to take 18 years to pay this out? You're not
fair.
me.
They could give anybody a structured payment. That's just that's legalities. But
yeah, it's just.
Did you say Ottawa County in there? Something stupid? A lawsuit in Ottawa? No.
I don't know. I'm not going to crap on Ottawa County. I like our friends on the Lake Shore.
I'm just
they're good folk. Good plain folk. There you go. Sports. Cincinnati beats Baltimore 24-17 in the wild card round. New York upsets Minnesota 31-24. Cowboys take on Tampa Bay tonight. Sparty, Purdue this afternoon.
Oh.
That's going down at the Breslin Center. We shall see if Sparty can pull off the upset. I don't know. Purdue's pretty tough. All right. We'll find out tomorrow.
Little Jeopardy for you today. $200. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life.
Okay, cool.
All right, pay attention. Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert F. Kennedy were both assassinated in this year.
That would be 1963. Wait, did you say Robert? Oh, shoot, 1968.
Sorry.
I said that. You said Robert, and I was thinking John. Damn it. That's on me.
Ouch.
I got it.
Oh, my God. This is what we get for not paying attention. I can't find my pen.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't not paying attention. It was not.
Epic failure.
It was not really listen. I was listening, but I didn't hear.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
That's on me.
Fail.
What? Even as I said 1963, I'm like, that's wrong. What am I? Wait, no, it was 68.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Because see, nation, you think JFK. You don't think Robert F. Kennedy. You don't. How many people know? I mean, everybody knows Lee Harvey Oswald. Not as many people know Sirhan Sirhan. You know,
Okay.
they don't. Just saying. So I'm just explaining why I whiffed. Anyway, so yeah.
Happy Monday, Muskegon. This week we'll start out on a mild and rainy note, so let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines this week show rain will arrive this afternoon likely, and then that will continue into Tuesday as well with some spotty showers sticking around. So this week we'll start off mild, but then eventually turn cooler with maybe even some snow possibly on Thursday. So here's your future radar. This is at 1 p.m. today. You can see rain will start to move in along the lakeshore counties just after noon, and then that will continue through much of the afternoon. So if you have afternoon travel plans, just expect some rain showers to be impacting your drive, and then they'll start to let up around the evening hours. So by 10 p.m., most of them will be pretty spotty, but it will continue throughout the day on Tuesday. So the rainfall through Tuesday at 7 a.m. shows Muskegon will likely be around half an inch of rain, so a pretty decent amount of rainfall is expected across the region. Now temperature-wise today, we will be a little bit warmer with temperatures in the lower 40s for the most part, and with the high temperature being later in the day towards sunset. So for your Monday, expect a high of 42 with a 100% chance of rain, especially in the afternoon hours, but otherwise it will be cloudy today, like usual across West Michigan. And then overnight tonight we'll have a low of 37 with rain continuing, but it will become a little bit more scattered. And the scattered rain showers will continue into Tuesday, like I mentioned, with a high of 42. We'll start to cool down on Wednesday, but staying dry. And like I said, that possible storm system on Thursday is expected. It looks like precipitation will happen, but as of now it looks like it will be mostly in the form of snow. I can't rule out any rain as of now though. And then by the time we get to the weekend, we'll turn cooler right around the freezing mark, but cloudy skies will stick around. And that's your Monday forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon Channel. And I'm Colin Woods Weather, and have a wonderful day today.